What's up, guys? Matt Brown here for TheLions.com, PlayPicks.com. Going to talk to you about Thursday night football between the New York Football Jets and the Indianapolis Colts. Got a couple of thoughts here. Maybe won't play this one exactly traditionally, but we do have a couple of angles here, a couple of bets that we're going to make, and hopefully make some money here on Thursday night. Maybe not go absolutely crazy here on Thursday night, but definitely try and get us some cash in the account, guys. As always, everything we do, absolutely free. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up and let us know in the comment section how you plan on playing this game. If you are a subscriber, we're going to do a huge giveaway. We really appreciate all the support on the channel. So all you got to do is be a subscriber. So automatically entered if you do that. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button while we're at it. On the injury front for this game, on the Jet side of things, of course, Tevin Coleman is out and Zach Wilson is out. Defensive end Bryce Huff is out. They just traded for Laurent Duvernay-Tardif, offensive lineman. He is not going to be available for this game either. Corey Davis, wide receiver, is doubtful. And then offensive tackle George Fant is questionable. On the Colts side of things, T.Y. Hilton is out. Safety Kari Willis is out. And then offensive guard Quentin Nelson dealing with a toe issue. He is questionable. Did get in a limited practice last time out, but apparently is a true game time decision there for this Colts team. As we sit right now, this is 10.5 is what we are looking at. Total 45.5 as far as what we're looking at from a point standpoint. Guys, listen, this is not the most exciting game here, but I do think there's at least a couple of different angles we can go about. Don't know if I'm really truly into betting just a straight side or the straight total in this one. I mean, I think that the 10.5 is pretty fair. If I had to play it one way or the other, I'd still lay it with the Colts. I know what you're saying. What do you mean, Matt? Mike White went out and absolutely destroyed the Bengals defense last week. And you're correct. And it is a good Bengals defense. But what we've seen time and time again is some of these new quarterbacks come in, and when there's no tape on these guys, then they tend to have success kind of early on. And then it's a real big crash back down to earth once these defensive coordinators have any time to prep whatsoever for these guys. And so I do think that there will be at least a little bit of let's just say a little bit of a return to earth here from Mike White in this game against the Colts. I'll come down and let you read here about the matchup. What we're getting in this Jets offense, and this is, mainly statistics that were compiled whenever Zach Wilson was quarterback, but you're getting the 28th overall offense DVOA, according to Pro Football Focus, 27th overall. And the real advanced stats from there don't really say that this is off and that this team is going to be any better, right? I mean, early down EPA, they're 31st in the league. They're 29th in the league in points per play. So turnover margin, they're 31st in the league. So it's not an offense that looks like there is a ton to be excited about. Of course, Corey Davis isn't likely to play in this game. He's doubtful. That being said, I think Mike White did some pretty decent little things last time out. And so I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility for him to find at least a little bit of success against this Colts defense that is amazing against the run, but not necessarily so much against the pass. Whenever we compare, they are the number 1 overall rush defense in the NFL DVOA. They're number 4 according to Pro Football Focus. So both advanced metrics have this team way high. But they both agree, too, that this pass defense can be had. Pass defense, 20th overall DVOA, 23rd according to Pro Football Focus. If you look, yards per pass allowed, they're 27th in the league. So, naturally, you would think that the Jets don't really try to run the ball as much anyway and go ahead and try and pass the ball. That seems like the path of least resistance here for the Jets anyway. On the offensive side of the ball, the Colts have looked at least a little bit better over the last few weeks. The problem has been the careless turnovers in key spots by Carson Wentz. Fortunately, you do have a defense here in the Jets that most likely isn't going to really get after Carson Wentz all that much. I mean, the defense is 28th overall DVOA. They're 29th according to Pro Football Focus against the pass, 27th DVOA, 26th Pro Football Focus against the run, 23rd DVOA, 30th Pro Football Focus. Yards per play allowed, they're 21st in the league. Yards per pass allowed, 23rd in the league. Early down EPA, they're 27th in the league. Points per play, they're 26th in the league. You get it, right? They're a bottom 6-7 unit in pretty much every single advanced category. So even though this Indianapolis offense has not been lighting the scoreboard up, Carson Wentz has certainly been playing at least a little bit better when he's not doing stupid stuff like trying to throw the ball with his opposite hand. So if he can limit the ridiculous turnovers, then the Colts should be able to move the ball up and down the field and prevent this team from running the ball and turn them into a one-dimensional team just throwing the ball every single down. So again, while I'm not going to play the Colts right, like sitting definitely at the 10.5, I definitely do have an angle here as to how I want to go about playing the Colts. And so if we take a look over here, I think one of the ways that we're going to go about playing this, and I'll click the NFL tab, click on this, is, so look, likely to start pretty fast, likely to get going pretty good in this game. And so if we come down here to these team totals, if you can find these, I actually like the Colts over the 14.5 at even money in the first half. They have every single reason to kind of take their foot off the gas if they get up a ton in the second half. And I mean, listen, they don't think that they're out of it in the AFC South, especially now that the Titans are going to be dealing the rest of the season without Derrick Henry. So, look, they just got to get out of here healthy, get a win, get out of here healthy, move on to next week. Take that, mini bye, get the 10 days rest and go at it. So I like the over here. I like him to come out. Frank Reich has typically been a guy who's been really good at the scripted plays at the beginning of games as well. And so I really do like the over 14.5 in the first half on the Colts. And then I'm not really worried about the second half. If they take their foot off the gas, they take their foot off the gas. And then conversely, I kind of like the over on the Jets in the second half at even money, where now they're down. If we think that they're going to be down in this game, now they're down. They really are throwing every single down because they don't have a choice. They're trying to play catch up. And I just need them to score more than a touchdown. And maybe not even that. Maybe they just need a touchdown and 2-point conversion because maybe they're down so much that they just go for 2 anyway. So I'm taking the even money on the Jets over in the second half as well, the 7.5. So that's kind of how I'm playing this one. Colts come out, do well early, beat a team they should be beating, take their foot off the gas in the second half. It's okay. We've already got them in the first half for the Colts team total. And I like the Jets team total in the second half of just having to score more than 7 points in the second half. We're getting even money on those as well. We're not even getting juiced. So do like those a ton. We can come over here to our prop finder, and all you do is come up here to the NFL, and then you click on NFL Prop Finder. And when you do, another one of the things that I'm going to be playing, and yes, I know. What do you mean? You're going to be playing Mike White? Yes, I'm going to be playing Mike White, and I'm going to play over the 253.5 right here at minus 113. I'm going to play over the 253.5 for the same reason I just said. You cannot run on this Colts defense at all. The best run defense in the league according to DVOA. But you can throw on them. And Mike White is going to end up having to just throw the ball a ton. And the other thing about this Colts defense, as good as they are against a run, they're equally as bad against the pass, and also they don't get any pressure. They're dead last in the league in pressure rate on the defensive side of the ball. So Mike White shouldn't be under duress very much in this game. And honestly, weirdly enough, the Jets are 11th overall pass block win rate. So they actually pass block pretty well. So I'm going to take the over 253 on the account of two different things. One, they're not going to be able to run the ball. He's going to have to pass. And two, I expect him to be down. And then all that does is not only make you have to pass, but it makes you have to hurry up as well. They're not just going to be sitting around trying to bleed the clock. They're going to be playing at a faster pace. So I like Mike White on the over 253.5. If we look here, let's go to his running back and Michael Carter. And with this, I'm also going to come down, not as rushing yards. Don't like the rushing yards. Don't like the attempts. None of that. The receiving yards, the 33.5. I'm playing the over on the 33.5 here for Mike White, for Michael Carter. And the reason I'm playing the over here, Mike White has targeted him like just an ungodly amount in the first two games. And look, it makes perfect sense, right? A quarterback without a ton of experience, safety valve, guy just coming out of the backfield, high percentage throws, high percentage catches, right? So few dump off passes here to Michael Carter is really all we need. I mean, listen, this guy, I think reasonably could get us 4 or 5 catches in this game. And then if that's the case, we're looking pretty good here to get the over 33.5. So really do like that one as well on Michael Carter. On the underside of things, if we look at Zach Pascal, and this is kind of how I think that the game is going to go, right? I don't think that the Colts are going to have to keep their foot on the gas the whole time. And therefore, Zach Pascal, who is literally the third or fourth receiving option on this team. Now, of course, T.Y. Hilton is out for this game, so let's call him the third. I'm going to take the under on the 48.5 because I don't think they're going to be throwing a lot in the second half. I think they'll be running the ball, kind of bleeding the clock and doing that. So I'm going to, if you look at a guy here that, again, third or fourth receiving option, however you want to look at it, in a game that I think that in the second half they should be cruising, should be up, then trying to bleed the clock, then I'll take the under on the 48.5. For receiving yards for Zach Pascal. And finally, one of the others that I think is really interesting here is Nyheim Hines, who really only comes in only to catch passes. That's all he does, right? I mean, he is in there to catch passes. His receptions here at 1.5, and this thing actually got juiced even in the last couple of hours. So depending on, I mean, shop around, maybe there's a better 1.5 available out there at your book or whatever it might be. But I like the over 1.5 receptions for Nyheim Hines. He's gotten at least he's gotten at least 2 targets every game this year. He's a guy, again, another high percentage throws, really close to the line of scrimmage. We only need him to catch 2 passes for the game. And he's basically in there only to catch passes. I like this one the least of the 4 that I recommended, but I will say it is in my account, the over on Nyheim Hines, 1.5 receptions. So again, guys, full written breakdown over here on the lines, absolutely free. Just go up here to the NFL and then click on Thursday Night Football. Again, I'm playing this thing a little differently, right? I like the team total over on the Colts in the first half. I like the team total over on the Jets in the second half. And then we're playing Mike White over pass yards. We're playing Michael Carter over receiving yards. We're playing Zach Pascal under receiving yards. And then Nyheim Hines over on receptions for this one, guys. Go ahead. As I said, hit that subscribe button. It automatically enters you into our big giveaway. We're going to do this for the end of the year. See how many guys we can get eligible for this. Because all you got to do is be a subscriber to the channel. Go ahead and give us a thumbs up. And then let us know in the comment section how you playing this thing. Do you think the Jets cover the 10.5? Do you think that the Colts go ahead and lay the wood here? Do they win this thing by at least 11? Or do you like the total? What do you think about the 45.5? Whatever it might be, go ahead and let us know in the comment section. Good luck on all your bets here on Thursday Night Football.